Debt is often seen as a solution to problems. In some cases, this is true if the debt is repaid on time. But when it is not, debt can turn a father against his son, brothers against each other. Compared to that, what are neighbors? This video tells the story of a person who, unable to repay a debt, lost control in anger toward a neighbor and committed a serious crime. Stay with us. Two ordinary people. No criminal history. No signs of violence. Just a disagreement that slowly grew out of control. How does a simple argument turn into a deadly mistake? At what point does anger overpower reason? Today's case is not about monsters. It's about normal people and one irreversible decision. This story began quietly. Two men living normal lives. Working, socializing, dealing with everyday stress. They were not enemies. They were acquaintances, maybe even friends. No one around them believed this relationship could end in tragedy. But unresolved problems don't disappear. They wait. And when emotions pile up, even a small trigger can cause an explosion. The issue started with money. Person A lent money to Person B. It was meant to be temporary. At first, everything seemed fine. Person B promised to repay it soon. But time passed. Deadlines were missed. Person A began to feel ignored. Person B felt ashamed and stressed. Neither spoke honestly about their situation. This silence became the foundation of the conflict. Each conversation made things worse. Person A demanded answers. Person B avoided responsibility. The tone changed. Words became accusatory. What once was a financial issue turned emotional. Pride entered the situation. Person A felt disrespected. Person B felt attacked. At this point, the conflict was no longer about money. It was about control, dignity, and frustration. People around them noticed tension. Arguments became public. Voices were raised. But no one intervened. Friends assumed it was just an argument. Family believed it would pass. This is where prevention failed. Small conflicts often appear harmless, until they aren't. On that day, nothing seemed unusual. They met again. Another discussion began. Witnesses later described it as heated, but familiar. Then emotions took over. Person A felt overwhelmed by anger. Person B refused to step back. In a moment of emotional overload, control was lost. One action. One irreversible consequence. Authorities arrived quickly. Shock spread through the community. No one expected this outcome. Friends described both men as calm and ordinary. No violent past. No criminal planning. Investigators later confirmed. This was not premeditated. It was a crime driven by emotion, not logic. Person A was taken into custody. During questioning, remorse was evident. The realization came too late. The legal system recognized the lack of planning, but responsibility remained. Another was permanently changed. This case teaches a harsh lesson. Unresolved anger grows silently. Ignored conflicts don't fade, they escalate. Seeking help is not weakness. Walking away is not defeat. Because sometimes one moment of lost control can destroy multiple lives forever. What do you think could have stopped this tragedy? Share your thoughts below.